Hi, this is Katie Shell. I'm an intuitive healer and spiritual counselor. I teach people how to love themselves and trust their bodies. I work a lot with both aromatherapy and astrology. I find that astrology helps is like our bodies are the vehicles that we are using to experience this world. Astrology is like our owner's manual, so we understand what it is we are looking for here and what we are here to do. And then the aromatherapy I find is a really good tool because the oils are made from the earth. They help us tune into the frequencies of the earth, and they help us tune into specific things that we need to bring out in ourselves or attract to ourselves or work on or all these other things. But they help us tune into really specific frequencies. They're like if the body is the vehicle, the astrology chart is the the instruction manual. The oils are one of the buttons that we can use to adjust our settings. So this series is part of the I'm holding one of the cards. I have anointing cards for each one of the signs, and where I pair a sign with an oil, and we're in Sagittarius season right now as I'm recording this. um and so this is going to be our Sagittarius oil. And Sagittarius is all about taking risks and like really believing in something so much that you'll go for it. Like nobody can turn you off, nobody can turn you on to something that you don't believe in. It's about this excitement and this drive for higher understanding by experiencing things and trusting our gut. What can happen? Negative, dark side of this is sometimes we risk so much, we've lost so much in taking risks that we stop taking the risks, that we become so turned off or so pessimistic about things that we don't go for it anymore, because again, can't shake those beliefs once they're set in motion. So we want to harness this energy to really create things that are helpful for us, that are contributing to our learning, that are contributing to our desires, our needs, and really facilitating this broader concept, this broader understanding of what it means to be human. And it's just so wonderful. Sagittarius can get a little because they are so idealistic. They can sometimes miss the details and be a little bit prone to exaggeration or excitement. But it's a fabulous energy to work with, and everybody's going to have some Sagittarius in their chart. Everybody's going to have Jupiter somewhere in their chart, which is Sagittarius ruler. And so looking at those specific places, and then of course during Sagittarius season, everybody's got some is going to be influenced by that energy. So the oil that I paired with it is laurel leaf, which is actually one of the most popular oils that I work with. I've had, I think, 3 students have written their papers. I do aromatherapy certification class, and one of the things they have to do for it is write a paper. And I believe I've had 3 students write their papers on laurel leaf. And because it is, I call it courage in a bottle. And so what we do, and why I paired it with Sagittarius, is it gives us that courage to follow our beliefs, to follow our guts, to follow our instincts, and to do what it is that is in alignment with our desires, our needs. And it, because what sometimes prevents us is that a fear of not getting what we want, of something, whatever it is in any situation, really, something that is holding us back from following our beliefs, something that's holding us back from following our instincts, taking the risks that we want. It's going to be some sort of fear. And we can look at other places in our charts to understand the fear, but to overcome that fear and be willing to take those risks and be willing to follow our beliefs, laurel leaf is really going to help. And I generally different kinds of uses, different kinds of situations with laurel leaf, I'll recommend working with it in different ways. But for working with the Sagittarius energy, the courage, taking risks, believing in yourself, we're going to really focus on that solar plexus. And so what you can do is you'll drop some oil. You can either put it on your hand and then anoint the belly, or you can drop it directly on the belly and rub it in. You want to be a little bit careful, of course, with any sensitive areas, or if you have a really sensitive belly, you might want to layer it or just put one drop on. When I say layer it, maybe we put a softer, gentler oil, or even like a rose hip or a coconut oil down first. You don't want to mix them, but you can put that down first and then put your laurel leaf on. You can also put it on the feet. You can put it in diffuser as you're working, as you're moving through energy, as you're meditating, as you're, in addition to all of the other things that I've said at the beginning, I do a lot with movement. I do dance. I'm a registered yoga teacher. And so working with this in the diffuser while you're doing your movement, while you're moving that energy through, can be really helpful. Also really good to pair it with mugwort to move out of any of those, anything that's stuck. Any ways that you're stuck in fear will help this too. So I will, as I'm talking, I will add mugwort to the Laurel Leaf page at katieshell.com. So you can the Sagittarius page. So on each page, we'll have the oil and a playlist so you can dance this stuff out, a few affirmations. And so what you want to do is you put the oil on and you say, I'm going to do a little mudra here for you. So this is about breaking down fears, moving through challenges. So it's like this. So you put your two hands together like this, and saying, and then you put it in front of the belly. Oh, hold on, let me adjust this chest. So like this, you put it down here, and come back up. And so you do that, and I meet all obstacles with grace and ease. I have the courage to follow my convictions. And so you do that with the anointing, with the mudra, and it should help you, guide you, and open up those paths for you to follow the things that you're willing to risk. The things because anything that's really worth doing is going to take some risk. Anything that excites you, anything that motivates you, anything that just feels so good and important, it will take some risks. And so allowing yourself to feel more comfortable in taking those risks and having the courage to do that, and not being afraid, because what can happen is if we're too afraid to take the risk, then we lose the opportunity, because they'll stop showing up. Those opportunities maybe they'll show up in a different way, or maybe we get so caught up in that fear that we don't do it what it is that we really want. And it's so much better to have tried. Even if you don't succeed, it is better to try for the things that are important to us than to regret what might have been. So hope this helps. katieshell.com. Have a great day.